Good omen for Barcelona before the match against Rayo Vallecano. With a huge offer, Newcastle takes serious steps to sign Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. Hans Flick announces surprises before the Barcelona vs. Rayo Vallecano match in La Liga. A surprising comment from a Real Madrid player about Barcelona. And before we begin, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments about Barcelona's matches in the Champions League. And if you are a Barcelona fan, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and follow our page. With a huge offer, Newcastle takes serious steps to sign Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. The British newspaper The Sun revealed that English club Newcastle United plans to sign Spanish star Fermin Lopez from Barcelona before the summer transfer window closes. According to the report, the Magpies are ready to offer a massive financial package, up to £87 million, to convince Barcelona to let go of the young player. The paper explained that Newcastle intends to quadruple Lopez's weekly salary in a strong attempt to lure him to the Premier League. It is worth noting that Fermin Lopez, 21 years old, is considered one of the most promising talents at Barcelona, having secured a place in the first team due to his impressive performances last season. Good omen for Barcelona before the match against Rayo Vallecano. The Spanish Football Federation's refereeing committee has assigned the task of officiating the Barcelona vs. Rayo Vallecano match, scheduled for Sunday evening in Vallecas, for the third round of La Liga, to referee Mateo Busquets, with Iglesias Villanueva in charge of the video assistant referee, VAR. The appointment of Mateo to officiate the match is considered a good omen for Barca, as the Catalan team has never faltered in any game officiated by him. The last time his whistle was heard, Barcelona achieved a comprehensive 3-0 victory over Osasuna at Montjuic. In matches with Mateo Busquets as the referee, Barcelona scored 11 goals in 4 matches, conceding only 2, with the most recent being a goal from Villarreal in the 5-1 victory at La Ceramica during the 6th week of last season. Mateo Busquets' first match involving Barcelona was in the 2023-2024 season, where he officiated the Deportivo Alavés match in Catalonia, which ended in a 2-1 win for Barca in round 13. The appointment was repeated in another match in March 2024, in round 30 of La Liga, which ended in a 1-0 victory for Barcelona over Las Palmas. He then officiated the Villarreal game, which Barcelona won 5-1, before appearing again in round 27 of the last season in the 3-0 win over Osasuna. Hans Flick announces surprises ahead of Barcelona's match against Rayo Vallecano in La Liga. The German coach, Hans Flick, spoke about the upcoming match between Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano in the third round of the 2025/2026 La Liga season. Barcelona currently occupies second place in the league standings with 6 points, having won their first 2 matches against Mallorca and Levante. Flick, we aim to win the third match, Flick said during the press conference for the Barcelona vs. Rayo Vallecano match. It was important for us to start the league strongly, and now we face a tough opponent with a coach who is doing a great job and plays with attacking intensity. It will be a tough match, and although I have heard that the pitch isn't in the best condition, we will still aim to deliver a good performance. Flick also mentioned that Barcelona is determined to win their third consecutive match, explaining that the players know exactly what they need to do, both defensively and offensively. He added, revealing some details of his conversation with Fermin Lopez. I spoke to Fermin Lopez and shared my opinion with him, but that will remain between us. I am convinced that he will stay, but let's see what happens in the transfer market. Flick continued, right now, I am focusing on my team, and Fermin is performing well. He showed that last season, and he has a distinctive style compared to the other players. I believe he can help us. Regarding the players' financial demands to stay, he said, I have nothing to do with financial matters. I have a great team, and everyone knows that I want to keep all my players. When asked about Gavi's injury, Flick mentioned, the plan is for him to return in the match against Valencia. His condition has improved significantly between yesterday and today. Regarding the pitch at Rayo Vallecano's stadium, he said, we can't change anything, and the Rayo Vallecano players will be playing on the same pitch. What did Flick say about the UEFA Champions League draw? Flick commented on the UEFA Champions League draw, saying, everyone knows that a club like Barcelona plays to win the best competition. The new draw system is interesting, and I watched it with my coaching staff. The way they pick the opponents is quite amusing. Regarding the inclusion of Barcelona goalkeeper Szczesny and Swedish winger Roni Bargi, he said, "We still have one more day before the match, so we'll wait." He concluded, talking about the difference between the team last season and this season. Last season, competing teams were trying to adapt, and now they are doing the same. We are doing it too, and sometimes it's not easy to prepare the team well, but I believe I am doing it well at the moment, and we have a great team that knows how to play at its best. A surprising comment from a Real Madrid player about Barcelona. Real Madrid players, after the conclusion of their match against Real Mallorca in the third round of La Liga, made extensive comments reflecting the huge changes the club is undergoing this season. It was clear that the players' talk went beyond just analyzing the recently finished match, shifting focus to the real competition they face, the battle with Barcelona for the league title, a rivalry they describe as the most significant football saga in Spain and Europe alike. The players emphasized that Barcelona dominated La Liga last season, appearing to be in complete control under Hans Flick, making their defeat incredibly difficult. They pointed out that everyone in Madrid acknowledges this and sees it as extra motivation to work harder because there is no way to reclaim the top spot without overcoming Barcelona. They admitted that Hans Flick had restored strength, solidity, and discipline to Barcelona, and that his style, based on defensive organization, collective pressing, and smart possession, made the Catalan side a team that was hard to beat. However, the players insisted that this season is entirely different for Real Madrid, as the team is experiencing a new phase under the leadership of Xabi Alonso, one that has restored confidence and revitalized the authentic spirit of the club. In their discussions, the players confirmed that Xabi Alonso has given Real Madrid a new identity, one not reliant solely on big names or individual moments, but rather on collective integration and balance between all lines of the team. They mentioned that tactical discipline has become a prominent feature, and the understanding between the players has noticeably improved, which has been evident in the early matches of this season. They added that Real Madrid is no longer the team that leaves large spaces or loses control of the game. Instead, they have become a team that knows when to attack, when to defend. The players clarified that facing Barcelona will always be the biggest challenge, as it is not just a 90-minute match, but rather a long race that extends throughout the season, with every point possibly being decisive in the end. They stressed that El Clasico is not just a popular game or a media event. It is a mental, technical, and intellectual test, and they are fully prepared for this challenge. They confirmed that the team this season does not view Barcelona as an impossible opponent, but as an obstacle to be overcome, no matter how tough it may be. According to them, Real Madrid was born to compete for the top, and they refused to stay in the chasing position for long. They also noted that the difference between Real Madrid this season and previous seasons lies in the collective spirit that Alonso has instilled in everyone. Every player knows their role and responsibilities, and each team member understands that victory can only be achieved through sacrifice, commitment, and continuous hard work. They mentioned that daily training sessions have become more serious and intense, and there is an internal feeling that this season could be a real turning point in the club's journey. The players did not hide their awareness of the difficult challenge ahead, as they mentioned that Barcelona is not just any opponent, but a team with a champion mentality and a coach who knows how to utilize his players in the best possible way. However, they confirmed that Real Madrid will not be passive. Instead, they will approach every match with a mentality of victory and prove to everyone that the Royal team is capable of rewriting the script. They continued by expressing special excitement for the upcoming Clásico, with every player seeing this match as both a personal and collective opportunity to showcase Real Madrid's new strength. They added that the Royal fans will be an important part of this journey, and they aim to give the supporters a reason to be proud and filled with joy, especially after a difficult year under Barcelona's control. In conclusion, the players affirmed that the current Real Madrid is completely different from last season's team, and what Xabi Alonso has built in a short period is already bearing fruit quickly. They stressed that they won't just settle for competing with Barcelona, but their goal is to surpass them and take the title from their hands. With words filled with a mixture of challenge and determination, They said that Real Madrid has returned to be the frontrunner for all trophies, and the upcoming Clásico will not just be an ordinary match, but the beginning of a new chapter in the historic rivalry between Spain's football giants.